Hello YouTube, my name is Quilt Kensho, musician name or stage name. Real name is Andrew Johnson, as I believe I will be uploading that to my channel, so that is why there's a different in nomenclature. Sorry I'm sounding weird, I'm a weird dude. Alright, so let's get into this guitar. This is the Charvel Pro Mod DK24 in Matte Army Drab. This guitar just came out, I pre-ordered it and it just came in the mail. Now, let's preface this. I play jam band music, Jerry. I play jam band music, funk, soul, fusion, that kind of stuff. I'm not a heavy metal or hard rock player. So I want to preface it by saying I wanted a guitar similar to the Ibanez AZ. The Ibanez AZ is what this Charvel is competing with. A guitar that is a workhorse, that is extremely versatile, that is made for the modern player, that has all of the appointments a modern player would want. Playability, comfortable neck feel, tuning stability, tonal options, this non-locking trem that does everything a Floyd Rose does. I mean, these are just a few appointments that I'm naming off the top of my head. I wanted a guitar that'll do that. I am about to go off to Berklee College of Music, and being there, I want to be in a ton of different ensembles with different styles. I want to learn through experience, different styles, different musical perspectives. I want to expand my phrasing, and I want to collaborate with a ton of different musicians there, because I eventually want to go into session work. I'm only 20, but I eventually want to go into session work, so I want to be able to cover a lot of styles. So I needed a guitar that was like a Swiss Army knife workhorse guitar. And then I found this guy. So, I got it because of the pickup configuration, right? HSH. It's a very versatile pickup configuration. By the way, I'm filming this on the front camera of my iPhone, so it may look like a left-handed guitar. This is a right-handed version, so yeah. Fun fact, I am left-handed though, but I play guitar right-handed. Anyways, I don't know if they make a left-handed model, which is why I say that. So let's just go over the appointments of this guitar. I made a separate video of me playing and going through the different tones of this guitar, and it's a long video, so I don't want to make the two into like a 40-50 minute long video. So we're going to just go over the appointments in detail of this guitar and give my thoughts. I just got it today, so these are my initial thoughts. So let's start at the headstock and go down. Locking tuners. Awesome. They work pretty well. I've done some dive bombing with this. Not actual dive bombing, but just I wanted to see if the strings could go slack, and they do. And I would pull up, and then I did the little tricks like the bing, 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 bing. The little whammy bar tricks that Steve Vai does and John Petrucci does and all that. Just because I've never had a whammy bar, I've never had a floating tremolo system. Although this is not really floating, it's like half recessed, so you can pull up and go down, but it's not like floating and you can do crazy shit. It's like halfway. But with that, you get tuning stability, while also not having the whole locking mechanism, which would have been a pain in my ass, changing strings and doing that. I've never done it, so I would have had to learn. So I'm thankful that this is a very simple Fender-like tremolo system while still having the versatility and being a creative launch pad in the way that a Floyd Rose is. So anyways, locking tuners, right? Got a headstock, very reminiscent of a Fender, as Fender bought out Charvel. And then you have these little string trees right here, which apparently are supposed to help with tuning stability. I don't really understand how, but they seem to work. Let's go over the neck. This is caramelized maple, which means they take a regular maple neck and they put it in a kiln and they draw the moisture out of it and the sap. And what that does, not that there's like tree sap in your Fender maple neck, but takes the moisture out of it, which allows for the guitar to be a lot more stable when you go through climatic change. I currently reside in Los Angeles. I'm going to Boston for school. I'm going to be going between the two a lot, so that's a lot of climatic change, and I've had guitars warp in the past. I used to go to a school in Amherst, Massachusetts. Shout out Hampshire College. Not really, got kicked out of there. Go to class. Don't ditch class. Anyways, different story. But that my guitars were very susceptible to climatic change. The wood got warped, action got messed up, had to get both of them reset up. it can damage your guitar. So you got to be very careful and take precautions. But this is a lot more stable because there's not a lot of water that warps to the temperature changes, to the humidity changes. It's a lot more stable. It just feels great too. I was a little bit worried going into this. I'm very used to gloss necks. I tried the new Fender Player series. I didn't like the feel of those necks. It's paw ferro. It's unglossed. I just didn't like it. It felt cheap to me. This does not feel cheap. This is smooth, but it plays amazingly. It feels fast. I'm used to gloss, but I don't know if I can go back because this feels amazing. Luminlays on the top. These frets glow in the dark. I'll show a video. I will cut to that video after this video so you can see that. I'll put a timestamp as an annotation or in the description of where you can skip to if you want to see a demonstration of those luminlays. They're not overly bright, which I enjoy. It's not a gimmick. It's not to like, oh look, that guy's glow in the dark frets, sick. It's like, this is a tool to assist a gigging musician who's on stage where it's dark, but you can still understand where you are on the fretboard and go. You have your scale patterns memorized, sure, but like some of us need a little help. So I liked that attention to detail. That was very cool. The frets on the neck are not luminlay though, but I like that. And it's too distracting. It would be gimmicky. I would think that would be cheesy. Some people like that though, and if you do, more power to you. Let's go to the shape in the neck. So this is what Charvel calls their speed neck. Now, I'm going to kind of go in depth about it because I would have liked this information before I bought it. I love the neck, so I'm glad. But like, speed neck is not a very descriptive, it's not a good description of what the neck is. How are you supposed to know as a consumer? And that's what this video is for. The consumer who really wants to be informed before they purchase this guitar, which is why I'm going at great length talking about this stuff. We're 7 minutes in and I'm just on the neck. So, first things first, the shape, we've already gone through. Shape of the neck. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling. It's a speed neck, it's a compound radius, so what that means is it gets flatter towards the end. It starts at 12 and it goes to 16. Please don't ask me I think it's centimeters, because 12 inches would be like that big. So, yeah, I believe it's 12 centimeters to 16 centimeters. Again, please don't quote me on that, but it's 12 to 16 radius, compound. So yeah, it gets flatter towards the end. But what I've noticed is this feels very similar to an Epiphone, a higher end Epiphone's neck, Epiphone Les Paul's neck, which is a D shape. Now what that means is the top is curved, right? But then the back is flat. The middle of it, the middle of the neck is flat. So you have, it's like this, it's like like that, right? So it's curved and then it flattens out. I really love that shape. I've always enjoyed it. Every time I played an upper end Epiphone Les Paul, I don't like how muddy these pickups sound, but man, does this neck feel comfortable. It allows you to have that thumb support when you're doing runs, you get that thumb support there, right? And it's also great for fretting chords because your hand just naturally rests on this flat center of the neck. It feels comfortable, and it allows for easy playing at the 24th fret. Like, I was a little bit worried. I'm like, the 24th fret thing is a gimmick. Like, I'm barely going to be able to access it. But Charvel did a great job at this neck in making it feel comfortable to play this high. So, they're great. There's a lot of attention to detail with this guitar. The grading on the neck is beautiful. I didn't take a close enough look at it. It's really beautiful. Love this caramelized look. It kind of looks like paw ferro, but nicer. I'm just not a paw ferro guy. Feels cheap to me. Anyways, a lot of people have been saying on the reviews that I've seen for this Pro Mod series that the neck smells great because of the caramelized maple. I thought that was a little bit weird, but it really does smell good. It smells like a sweet, it's like nostalgic. I don't know. It smells like a beautiful, sweet wood, like maple syrup, but like wood, earthy. It kind of reminds me of like those percussive sticks or like your wooden blocks when you were a kid. Like it just smells amazing. Not that you're smelling your guitar. You're not buying a guitar for the scent. You're buying it for the ears. We're talking about the wrong scent here. The wrong sense here. But whatever, man. It should be a sensory experience. It's touch. It's feel. It's or touch and feel are the same thing. It's smell. It's looks. It's hearing. It's It's all the senses, man. All right. Well, I guess not taste, unless you're Jimi Hendrix. Anyways, so let's go to the body. Beautiful body. I have a Fender Standard Strat, Maxi Strat. No, I love it. You can't go wrong with it. Double cut. Can do chords up this high. You can play solos this high. You're not limited to just solos with a single cut. Some people like the single cut. I'm not a single cut guy. But very great shape. But it's deeper than a regular Fender, so you can, of course, reach up high. That's very comfortable to play. Another reason why is not just that, but the way they cut the body. Now, I don't know if you can tell. You can kind of tell with the light. They sculpted this, so it comes in, and it's all cut out here in a way that is very easy for your hand to grip it. It's not like a block and then your neck is like all the way up here. It's sculpted out, so it's easy and it feels so comfortable. It's very easy to reach that 24th fret and play runs, like entire runs up there, you know? Like, I'm shocked. You know, I can't even go up to the highest front of my Fender because it feels uncomfortable with the way that the body's cut here at the heel. So that's super cool. Love the sculpted heel. Again, attention to detail. That's a recurring theme with this guitar. Got your little truss rod at the end of the neck here to adjust very easily. That's cool. What else about the body? You know, you have your volume knob, which is an Eddie Van Halen style speed knob where you can just quickly, you know, roll through, do your easy volume swells, you know, cut your volume easily. Your tone knob is the opposite, where it has like a little clicking, not clicking, but it has like a lock at 10, and then you put a little bit of pressure and then you can move it, but it's resistant to change. So, you know, I mean, which is cool for me. I mean, I change the tone of my guitar if I want to go for a different style or genre, but I don't change the tone necessarily throughout the song unless I'm like going to it like a sharp treble-y lead or something from like a jazzier sound. The bridge, what is there to say about the bridge that I didn't say earlier? I mean, I love that it's half recessed. I love that I can go for the dive bombs and pull up, but I don't have the whole ridiculous labyrinth of locking mechanisms and having to string the guitar and, you know, unlocking it with the Allen key and all that. Like, I'm glad that it's a Fender style bridge, and they've been able to do a pretty great job with the tuning stability despite all the tricks. And you can do all your tricks. You can do the like little ping ping. You can do the like, you can do everything. Sorry for the onomatopoeias. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. We'll go to the pickups last. You got your input jack on the side here, a little hidden, little carved, but I like that. I like that it's kind of unique in that way. And what it allows for, since it's facing towards you, is that the cable comes up and it kind of goes around and follows you, rather than, you know, if it was at the front here, you have the ability to trip over it and rip it out of your guitar. The way that it's angled doesn't allow for it to get ripped out of your guitar while you're playing it. Again, attention to detail, gigging musician in mind, someone walking around stage, you don't want to have to worry about tripping over your cable. And of course you can pull it through your strap. There's that trick, but this just allows it built into that function is just built into the guitar, so that doesn't happen. All right, last but not least, the pickups. I saved this for last because I kind of wanted to touch on this. So the neck pickup, and this is also very personal to me and my style. So take this with a grain of salt. You might have a totally different feel about these pickups. The neck pickup is great. I love the Alnico 2 Pro. It's what Slash uses. It's what a lot of people use if they want that warmer humbucker sound, whether for heavy rock, they want that creamy, overdriven sound, whether it's for jazz, whether it's just for that softer sound for the neck. It is great for that. It's very dynamic. I put it at 8 while I was demoing it and totally changed the character of the pickup. It sounds totally different when you just turn it a little bit. It's very responsive, which I like. So I like that pickup. I'm still switching it out. That's just because I accidentally ordered an aftermarket neck pickup and was supposed to get the bridge, and then the company was like, keep that, we'll send you the bridge for half off so you don't have to pay for 2 pickups. And I was like, hell yeah. So I'm just going to switch it out because they're really great pickups, what I got. Middle pickup, pretty good. It sounds like a regular Strat middle pickup, but spankier, a little bit more treble heavy. And again, that's for your Guthrie Govan tones. When he switches to those out of phase 2 and 4 positions, it's very spanky, very treble heavy. It's like a Strat's tone but emphasized, which I really like. It sounds great. It makes the 2 and 4 position sound great. Middle position sounds like your regular middle position, but with more treble. So yeah, 4th position, yeah, good. Bridge pickup. That's where I wanted to talk about. You know, for my style, I don't like it, and this is because Charvel was appealing to their main demographic, which is heavy rock metal players, which is totally cool. Of course, like that's what most of your customer base is, and it's a great pickup regardless. But for my own preferences and reasons why I got this guitar, it is not what I wanted. I wanted a more jazzier sound. Yeah, and when you roll off the tone, it still is very trebly. It is treble heavy, and it's meant to cut through distortion. You know, it's meant to cut through walls of distortion and fuzz. It's meant to cut through a mix. It has a very stabbing, like, percussive sound. So it's great for gent, it's great for progressive metal, it's great for searing, blistering solos, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, for me, I wanted a bridge that was more rolled off on the treble, had a softer quality to it, and wasn't as sharp. And so I ordered an aftermarket pickup that will do that. So yeah, I mean, that's really my only, like, but it's also because this is an alder body with a maple neck, which lends itself to have a very bright tonal characteristic. However, this pickup is very treble heavy, so it just really accentuates that, and I wish they had done a more middle-of-the-road bridge pickup like the JB, or another Alnico Pro 2, but that's okay, you know. They're appealing to their main demographic, which is totally understandable. But it's like, if you're going to create a guitar like the AZ, why not make a more versatile, middle-of-the-road guitar for everyone, so they don't have to buy a bridge pickup? But no, that's okay. That's the only complaint. It plays amazing, and this is definitely on par with the Ibanez AZ. I like it better. I'm maybe biased because I bought this one over the AZ, but like, it's $300 cheaper than the lowest priced AZ model. I like the finish better. It's not as in your face, but if you like that in your face look, then the AZ's all for you. Like, it's very bright colors. But I like this matte. I like the green. It looks sick with the brown neck. Like, it's fire, foresty vibes. The neck is amazing. I love that D-shaped neck. I love that's in between a Fender and an Ibanez, because Ibanez necks are too thin for me and short, or too thin and too, just not great for chords in my opinion. It's great for shredding, but it just feels really thin. Although the AZ neck is different than the regular Ibanez neck. It's not a wizard neck, I believe, but this is just great great for speed, great for chords, all that kind of stuff. Other complaint that I want to touch on is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if you're a guitar tech, I'm just a player. So when you're in position 2 and 4, I believe it is either the inner coil in the middle or the outer coil in the middle for both. You don't get the humbucker and the coil. I wish that they had done the entire humbucker and the coil, because then I could have added coil tapping, and then if I wanted just one coil with the middle coil, I could have just tapped into that. But then I could have had that unique humbucker and coil sound. That's okay though, because I'm getting it modded. I'm putting in new pickups both in the bridge and the neck, so I might have it wired to be, you know, I'm going to have it wired to be, you know, both coils in the middle, and then both coils in the middle, and then do the 7-way mod, and then also series parallel shifting. So I'll have the tonal versatility. But that being said, I did wish it came as, you know, humbucker, you know, humbucker single for 2 and 4 positions. Because if you don't want to get aftermarket pickups, if you like the way these sound, then like, you're kind of out of luck. You know, you can't really rewire it because it's already been soldered. Maybe you can. I don't really know enough about guitar tech stuff, but like, I mean, yeah, you're kind of stuck otherwise. I do wish it had coil tapping, but that's okay. That's a really easy mod. That's pretty much it. So, you know, I give this thing like a 9.5 out of 10. I love it. For the money, you will not find a better guitar. This is amazing. great functionality, great tones, great pickups that you get out of the gate. You get amazing Seymour Duncan pickups. A lot of attention to detail. They really made a really great modern guitar for the modern player, for the gigging musician, the most bang for your buck, and I couldn't be happier with my purchase. I'm very excited to take this to music school with me, and it's going to be great. So if you want to watch the playing demo, click the link in the description. I will put a link for it, or press this annotation. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helped and informed you and will help in your decision to make a purchase. If you want great for the quality, I recommend this. Any of them from the Pro Mod DK series, or the Ibanez AZ if you want a little bit more of an expensive guitar but also great, and you just want HH. I recommend the Ibanez AZ, or the higher end PRS SEs. Those are amazing too. But this is my favorite. I think I made the right choice. So yeah, thanks for watching. So, of course, after I finish filming the video, another issue arises. It's the first day. It's first impressions. You know, this is probably something that can be fixed in setup. I think it might be a setup issue. I think it's the way that the bridge came. It's right from the factory. It's right from Sweetwater. I have yet to take it to get set up. But check this out. I noticed while I was playing, I heard some overtones, and I was like, where is that coming from? That is so loud. Like, that shouldn't be happening. It's coming from the bridge. I don't know what's causing the bridge to do this, but check this out. You hear very clearly a C sharp or a C. And then, so you hear that when I tap it, right? But when I play anything from the 5th to 7th fret, you clearly hear it. Now check this out. Listen. Now check this out again. Silence, right? You don't hear the wah, 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 wah. Listen to this. It's back. So that's obviously a concern. I'm a little, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little worried about that, but I think it was just the way that I set up the bridge, because I installed it. I tightened the little Allen thing for where the tremolo is inserted. So it might be something to do with that. So that's what I'm hoping. And I'm hoping that my tech figures out what is causing that. It might be something with the saddle on the B string. I was tapping that saddle. It's the E2. Yeah, I think it's the bridge. Something with the bridge. So we'll see what that is caused by. Something to note. And just be aware of if you get this guitar. I don't know what's causing it, but I thought I should put it out there for y'all to know. Thanks. Take care.